Hello, everyone. Can I get a louder hello? Hello, everyone. Oh, that's better. A bit of energy. We're so excited to be with you here today. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Sharif Mansour. I am the head of AI at Atlassian.
And I'm Melissa. I am the head of product marketing for Atlassian Intelligence.
And we couldn't be more excited to be with you here today. It has been an absolutely crazy year in the world of AI, and I'm sure you have all felt it as well. I think we would all agree hands down that AI is here and it will continue to transform how many of our teams work. And we're really excited about this opportunity at Atlassian because we believe we're in a unique position to help AI help unleash the potential of all your teams out there. So today we'll be covering three key things. Firstly, our beliefs of where AI is headed, and three reasons why we believe AI won't take your job, and hopefully as well my job. Secondly, we'll be covering responsible tech practices of AI and how they're important for all of our teams, including ourselves, to keep us accountable as we deploy this new technology. And lastly, we'll spend a little bit of time looking ahead at the future of the Atlassian Intelligence roadmap and what's coming up. So let's dive into it. Earlier this year, in April, we announced Atlassian Intelligence to our customers at our annual customer conference, Team 23. And we promised a whole bunch of features that would make it easier for your teams to get up to speed a lot quicker, learn on the fly, get help, and accelerate your overall teamwork. We're so excited this morning, as you heard from Matt, to share that a lot of these capabilities are now in general availability today. And there's a lot more other ones in beta and many more coming soon. Now, Melissa and I didn't give us a whole day talk, even though we asked for a whole day talk. So we won't be able to cover all these features here today with you. But you can learn more by coming to see us at the booth. Or if you're watching from home, don't forget to check out the website. So we could not have done this without the help of many of your teams out there that have been helping us throughout all of this early access program. We have been blown away by the feedback we've received and the adoption we've had. This is absolutely, I've been at Atlassian for 14 years, and this is one of our biggest beta programs that we have ever run, with more than 20,000 customers, 20,000 already enabling AI in production. And that's blown us away. And those teams using them are doing hundreds of thousands of AI requests to transform how they work every day. And in true Atlassian fashion, we don't want to release anything to you that we don't use ourselves. The vast majority of Atlassian employees, of our 11,000 employees, use AI on a regular basis already as well. Now, all of that is said and good, but there are still a lot of unknowns and concerns with AI and how it will change the future of work. A lot of big promises are being made. And one of those questions we need to ask ourselves is that if all this hype is realized, will AI take our jobs? Now, to help answer this question, we have a set of three core beliefs that we believe will help us navigate this landscape. First, we believe AI will accelerate individual productivity. Individuals will be able to do a lot more than they ever have done before. Secondly, we believe teams will finally leverage the value of big data. And last, we cannot wait for our teams to continue to realize more and more potential by collaborating with virtual teammates and together achieving great things. So let's kick this off with Melissa taking us through our first belief.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharif. Organizations have relied on retrospective analysis to understand what went wrong or right in a project. This often leads to reactive strategies where multiple teams are left playing catch-up for challenges they couldn't anticipate. Atlassian understands the paths that lead to many of these reactive decisions. It can start with a lack of individual empowerment within teams. Are people able to move quickly? Do they have access to the data they need? Can they align across roles as well as workflows? By empowering individuals to get up to speed fast, access the right data to make better decisions, and more easily share those insights cross-functionally, AI can transform entire teams and change their dynamics from reactive to proactive. Studies even show that AI can play a role in ensuring that everyone's on a more level playing field and individuals have what they need, especially those who are newer or may not be ready to ask a bunch of questions. AI gives them an easier way to get up to speed, to onboard onto a new team, or otherwise to ramp up. Team potential starts with the individual potential. Without the right fundamentals in place, friction points start to build, content is lost, and insights are replaced by retrospectives. Product teams, as well as the teams that support them, are pulled in 100 different directions, and productivity is lost. And that's why the right tools are so important to help you stay in the flow and not take you out of it. You're seeing today what we've laid as the foundations with Atlassian Intelligence, and these features are available now. Many of these features increase efficiency and accelerate work by allowing individuals to spend time on work that actually matters instead of hunting down answers. Natural language to Jira query language, for example, let's think about that one. It lets you use natural language to more quickly and easily find the issues that you're searching for and their dependencies. You no longer have to be a Jira query language expert. You can just ask in a language very similar to how you might ask a colleague. We also have AI-powered summaries. In Jira Service Management, these summaries allow you to have critical details, comments, and actions from issues all condensed into something that is digestible. It eliminates the need to digest lengthy comment histories, saves agent time, and ultimately allows you to solve customer problems faster. In Confluence, rather than hours spent reading, get a one-click summary in a digestible format. We already have great feedback on how customers are using these AI summaries to increase their productivity. The Group Chief Technology Officer at Domino's Pizza had this to say: "In my day-to-day work, Atlassian Intelligence acts as a virtual teammate to summarize 5-page PIR reports into 5-second recaps for me, so I can get up to speed quickly ahead of monthly review meetings." Now, no one has the time to read walls of text or pages and pages of backstory. The ability to generate the must-know takeaways in seconds allows everyone to be more adaptive and quickly move forward with the work that matters most. AI fosters adaptability. In rapidly changing business environments, the ability for teams to pivot is crucial. With AI's deep learning capabilities, it will suggest real-time modifications to strategies, ensuring that individuals are prepared for challenges and teams can actually realize their ultimate potential. With AI, teams have a forward-looking ally. They have something to ensure that they are always a step ahead, adapting, evolving, and ultimately thriving in any business landscape. The outcome for individuals: AI won't replace them. It will free them from the mundane tasks so they can focus on the impactful work. And the most impactful work is realized through making the most out of data, which Sharif will now touch on.
So this brings us to our second belief, that AI will finally allow teams to harness the value of big data. We've been talking about big data as an industry for years, and AI is one of those transformation technologies that we believe will finally let those teams gather those insights. What do I mean by all of that? Well, let's level set. We like to think of AI as the tool. And, AI is not the tool. Think of AI as the clay that we use to build the tools. And the data that your teams and organizations have help shape the type of clay that you're building. And what's more, AI is really only as good as the data you have access to. The old saying, garbage in, garbage out. But also, the quantity of data plays a huge important factor to how valuable AI is within your teams. So, we all know general office productivity tools, whether it's Word, Excel, PowerPoint, can be great for helping individuals move work forward. But one of the challenges we hear from organizations all the time is that by default, all of these documents you create are closed. You have to manually add people to each of them. So how many users end up having access to actually all of the knowledge that your teams are creating every day? 3 users? 5 users? 10 users? It's actually the complete opposite of a knowledge base that AI can run upon and help unleash the potential of all your team. A lot of the data it will have access to will be incomplete. Then you have Atlassian approach. Now, many of you know here, we take a fairly open approach while still keeping all of your teams in control. We still respect enterprise-grade permissions, but we start with the assumption that should be at the heart of every team, and that is trust. Therefore, when you ask a question in Confluence, you're going to get a lot richer answers because of the quantity of data it has access to and it can pull pages from. So a good example of this in action is definitions in Confluence. Now this also will be coming soon to Jira. Now how many times have you read a Confluence page and it's got a lot of acronyms and internal company jargon? Imagine you're a new starter joining your organization and team today. There is a lot of institutional knowledge that all of you have built. Now, this could be the name of a project, a team, an internal system, or let's be honest, sometimes it's just someone trying to sound really smart. And they drop as many acronyms as possible. So my favorite feature, AI-powered definitions, simply pulls from your internal tailor-made glossary of your company's knowledge, company-specific terms, internal systems, acronyms, so that your teams can move work forward a lot faster. It'll try its best to define the term for you, and then, in true transparency, it'll cite all its sources of information, so you can double-check on it or dive deep for detail. Now, let me pause for a moment and share what's happening here. Atlassian Intelligence is built on a common technology that's across all of our products, our cloud platform. And Atlassian has more than 20 years of teamwork data and experiences in helping your teams move work forward. Now, this is modeled, generally speaking, through what we believe are the 2 most common types of teamwork in organizations. First one is service-based work. One of your teams gets a request from another team, and you might need to provide information to them or provide them access to something or assist them in some sort of help way. The second type of teamwork you might call project-based work, where employees are going from idea to concept to roadmap to task to production. These 2 types of teamwork create this amazing graph that your organization has access to. We use large language models to model the networks between all the work and all the teams and the relationship between them. Not only that, but as you heard from Matt this morning, we have a very open approach to our toolchain, which means a lot of you can connect your third-party data and your third-party apps to Atlassian as well. So the graph is even more enriched and tailored for your organization with your third-party data too. So all of this is done in a way that respects your company privacy and permissions and leaves you in ultimate control. The data you submit and the responses you get in Atlassian Intelligence are tailored for every user. So they already respect the existing permissions that you've applied to each of our products. Not only that, the data is not stored by any third parties, and we do not use your data to train models across customers at all. The outcome? I think AI won't control your data. AI will only be as powerful as what is fed into it, and you ultimately control that data. So, onto our third belief. We believe teams will achieve a lot more than they ever have before with the introduction of virtual teammates. Much has been said about the power of AI in individual productivity, but we believe what AI can do for team productivity is a far greater opportunity. Now, let's level set. Just like humans, AIs are not good at everything. They're best when they're given a specialized job and they're constrained to a specific set of problems to solve. And you've already seen us apply this concept of a virtual teammate with Jira Service Management's virtual agents that recently went into general availability a few months ago. A virtual agent can help teams get help quickly and get all the information they need by connecting them to another team or automatically responding with what they need access to. Now, virtual agents are really good at support because that's what we've trained them to do, to help customers support each other. So our AI technology is built to our platform, and you'll see that across all products. And so we believe this idea of virtual teammates will happen across the whole life cycle of work that you and your teams go through. And what's more, we believe humans will be interacting with these virtual teammates, and virtual teammates will be interacting with humans. And they'll help define scope. Again, you'll instruct them, and they'll work on specific bits that you've asked them to do, and they'll help your team move work a lot more faster. Now, with the introduction of virtual teammates assisting your teams in their day-to-day workflows, your teams will be able to spend more time on strategic strategic things and less time on the mundane things there as well, truly helping unleash the potential of your teams. Now, let's hear from Melissa on how responsibility plays an important part in all the 3 beliefs we've just shared with you.
Thank you, Sharif. Our mission is to unleash the potential of every team. We do this through products and practices. You've seen us do this in the past with things like helping your organization through an agile transformation or improving team practices with our playbook. And we're going to keep doing this, helping you with AI practices through your organization. Today, we're starting with the most important aspect of thinking about AI practices. How do we take accountability for using and thinking about this technology responsibly? That's why, as with every product and tool we release, Atlassian Intelligence adheres to our responsible tech principles. Technology should be open, inclusive, fair, and just to reflect the fundamental rights that we all share. As an example, our teams focus on being user and human-centric, putting the user experience first, and considering whether that experience will be consistent across all users and stakeholders. If we use technology responsibly and intentionally, we will contribute to better outcomes for all of our communities. We look at the fitness of purpose, avoiding worst-case scenarios and driving towards best-case outcomes for our use cases. This is also where we ask ourselves whether AI features align with our mission as a company. That is, how is this making collaboration easier? But trust isn't just about ensuring the security of technology products. It's also it's also earned and kept by demonstrating a commitment to reliability and performance. It's up to you, the customer, if AI is a good fit for your organization. Admins decide whether to activate Atlassian Intelligence and for which teams, based on if it's the right fit for your organization and which products it fits for. With new technologies like AI, just telling users that a feature is AI-powered doesn't mean much, unless that user also understands what it means when the feature is in use, how to best interact with it, and how to respond and question its outputs. Users always know when Atlassian Intelligence is in use. It's clearly labeled and does not run automatically. Additionally, let's take JQL as an example. When you use Atlassian Intelligence to make a JQL query, you get the translation of the query with your search results. You can see exactly how AI got there, and you can adjust as needed. Any tech is part of a larger ecosystem. It's important to take user feedback seriously and to encourage other technology providers to adopt this practice too. We integrate feedback collectors such as thumbs up and thumbs down into all of our AI features. It's a good indicator of a way that we layer the feedback into our continuous improvement framework. So, how do you roll something out using responsible tech principles? Well, at Atlassian, we take a programmatic and democratic approach. We developed an internal template based on Atlassian's responsible tech principles that guides our product teams in decision-making when thinking about employing new, experimental, or emerging technology such as AI. Currently, much of the public content available around implementing responsible tech practices is dense and resource intensive. We want to ensure our customers are empowered, which is why we've released our own guide on responsible tech that you can adopt. And you don't need a PhD to understand it. This template helps teams build a shared understanding of how their project affects employees, customers, and your community stakeholders. Now, this template is available at this link on our website, and I encourage you all to take a look at it. And with that, Sharif is now going to give us a preview of the future of Atlassian Intelligence.
Thanks, Melissa. So we've covered how those 3 beliefs empower your teams to be more strategic than ever before. And we've covered just now how the importance of responsible technology practices in applying those beliefs. And I hope that is all useful as well for your teams, and as I know many of your teams are building AI capabilities within your organizations. Now let's talk about the future of Atlassian Intelligence and what's coming up in terms of our roadmap. You will see us to continue to invest in each of these 3 areas. Capabilities that will help your teams accelerate their individual productivity so they can get through work a lot faster. Capabilities to help your teams finally get value out of the big data that they work with every single day. And we're excited about unleashing the potential of all your teams as they continue to interact with virtual teammates in a day-to-day basis. Let me give you some examples of this. The AI-powered summaries feature that we announced earlier in Jira Service Management, our most requested feature in our beta program, is to also bring that to Jira software. We know many of your teams are having conversations about bug reports and tasks and epics and stories that they're working on, and they want to quickly get up to speed when there's a lot of conversation. So gone are the days of having to read all those comments. Issue summaries is also coming to Jira software as well. AI definitions that I showed you earlier is also coming to Jira. In order to understand a piece of work and what it gets done, especially for many of your software teams out there, there's a lot of terminology used, whether it be a service, a component, an acronym, a library. AI definitions helps your team members who are building these things get up to speed and learn more about them without losing their flow of work. And Q&A search in Confluence is also available today. You'll be able to move from beyond a simple search result to asking a question and getting an answer. And these questions can be who questions, what questions, why questions, ask about people, ask about projects, policies, procedures, and the results are tailored depending on the type of question you ask. So in this example, you can ask a question about a date, and it'll give you a date, but then it might recommend specific people that are working on it. And you can go ahead and learn more about who those people are that are working on it and get some more information about them as well. Now, similar to what you saw in Confluence, today we're excited Q&A capabilities are also coming to Compass. So you'll be able to ask questions about all your software services and components in the tech stack that your teams run to quickly get specific answers about these services. What about maybe when was the last change that happened? Which services run this tech stack? You can ask all these sorts of questions and quickly get answers from the map of data that you have mapped to Compass. On the theme of virtual teammates helping you and your teams continue to work faster, like you saw with Jira Service Management, Help Virtual Teammates, we're looking at bringing in virtual teammates to help you in Bitbucket code reviews as well. It'll improve the quality of code that your teams work together, suggesting areas for improvement and helping you work through those PRs a lot faster. It would also automatically generate PR summaries as well, so that your teams can spend less time on the mundane things and more time focusing on the high-value things. This is just the beginning of what's possible. We're pretty excited to help you take as much leverage of these virtual teammates as possible as we look towards bringing them throughout the whole life cycle of your team's working, from concept all the way to delivery. And finally, for the many of you who are out there who are administrators, we know control and insights is essential to the successful adoption of AI in your organizations. And we'll be continuing to invest in this area. Admins can already today decide which specific products on what specific sites they would like to enable AI on. And teams get access to what they need securely. Atlassian Intelligence ensures everything that they have seen or searched for or used respects the existing enterprise-grade permissions that you have already applied in our products. And we will continue to invest in AI controls to help you understand which users are requesting AI in your organization, as well as insights and visualizations for how AI adoption is going in your company. So let's recap with what we've seen so far with Melissa.
Thank you, Sharif. So to recap, does Atlassian Intelligence respect your data and privacy? Yes. Is Atlassian Intelligence built responsibly to ensure it supports our mission? Yes. Will Atlassian Intelligence assist and support how you and your team work? Yes. And this brings us back to our central question. Will AI take my job or your job? No, not at all. Atlassian Intelligence will optimize how individuals work, teams collaborate, and organizations deliver value. From our original vision for AI, the features that are now available to you today, and the Atlassian Intelligence tools of tomorrow, each step of the way has been and will be guided by responsible tech principles and our open transparency in sharing that decision-making process with you. Collectively, all of us will decide the future impact of AI. It's up to us. And in sharing our internal responsible tech process with you, we hope you'll feel more empowered to join us in helping shape that future too. Now, let's do one more visual recap of what we've just walked through.
Discover the next era of teamwork with Atlassian Intelligence and take your biggest goals from daunting to done. Starting a new initiative? Let AI brainstorm with you on the right steps. Additional questions? Dig in with Atlassian Intelligence and discuss until you're satisfied. Long pages? Summarize them and quickly go from context to game plan. Let AI update you on the status of all projects at the start of a sprint. Use natural language to run complex queries in seconds. And let AI-powered virtual agents instantly resolve customer issues in chat. All while knowing every interaction is private and secure. Atlassian Intelligence is built to reimagine the future of teamwork, and we're just getting started.
Awesome. Well, thank you for spending the time with us today. To learn more about the newest Atlassian Intelligence features available today and to stay in the loop on our future roadmap, you can join our community group in the Atlassian community. You can scan the QR code to check out our website, or you can visit us at the Atlassian Intelligence booth and make sure you check out the additional talks that we'll be having over the next 2 days.